Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Wow, we've got a ton of great stuff for you today. In fact, it might be about 2 tons. Yeah, it's about 4,000 pounds, give or take.
And did you factor Jeffy's going to be here?
Oh, my gosh.
So
that doubles or triples the number then.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Jeffy will be here about half an hour to chew the fat. We did happen to find a suitable intro theme for him now.
Yes.
We can't play the elephant song because copyright. So we found something. It's probably even more appropriate and better.
Yeah.
So,
actually, yeah. Pat had Dean Quacker sent a Quacklear. I can't pronounce this. Anyway, sent us a beautiful video yesterday, and then another Pat had Knock Woke suggested it should be Jeffy's new theme, and I believe we took that to heart.
I believe we did. So we've got Joe Biden pretending to be president already. Of course, nothing's been decided, hasn't been certified. Man, does he want President Trump to stop looking into this. I thought we wanted every vote counted. They stopped counting for whatever reason in North Carolina. They stopped counting in several of these states. Why? They insisted every vote be counted. So let's make sure every legal vote is counted. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing.
0 states
Apparently.
have been certified at this point.
Right. But one of the first things that apparently Biden's got a list. He's going to do first day things with executive orders. There's like 4 of them. One of them is to get us back into the Paris Accords, which is just nightmarish. And then one of the first things he wants to do is give us the tax increase and eliminate the Trump tax cuts, which he says isn't a tax increase. Well, let's see. If you eliminate a tax cut, then won't we be paying more? Excuse me for my ignorance, but I thought more was kind of the definition of an increase. Maybe I've got that wrong.
I don't know. I'm not good with math.
Anyway, we've got a leftist girl who's going to explain all this to us. Why Joe Biden's tax increase, it's going to be no big deal. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to address this pretty briefly. Okay. So, if you make $400,000 a year, you're going to be going home with $400,000 a year.
Whoa!
Under Joe Biden's new tax plan.
Whoa!
Any money made over the $400,000 will be taxed. So, for example, you make $425,000 a year. 62% of $25,000 is, I believe, $15,500. So you'll be going home with $409,500 a year if you make $425,000.
Wow,
so let's use brain cells before we post things on the internet.
Oh, wow.
Thanks.
What an ironic statement that is.
So let's use brain cells before we post things on the internet while I'm playing with my hair. Thanks.
Okay, so if you make $400,000 a year, you're not even taxed at all.
In retrospect,
You're going home with all that. That's pretty good.
we should have all voted for Joe Biden.
Right?
That's a heck of a deal.
Wow. Jeez, what idiots these people are.
Oh, just a reminder that let's use brain cells before we post stuff on the internet. Okay? Thanks.
Thanks.
She pulls her hair down.
So let's use brain cells before we post things on the internet. Thanks.
Let's use brain cells before we color our hair orange. How about that?
I matched her shirt.
How about that
right?
one? Mm-hmm. I guess. Yeah, I guess
so,
it did.
we will
Maybe
post.
she does that every day. Maybe she's got a new color to go with.
Color coordinated hair?
Yeah.
That's got to be murder on your cuticle, on your
split ends.
Fossil. What is it?
Follicles?
Yeah, I don't know what those are because mine are empty.
Okay.
But yeah, that was fun.
Thanks.
So if you were worried about the Biden tax cut or tax increase, you needn't. She just cleared the whole thing up for us right there. How stupid we were. I wish we would have used our brains before we posted things or said things.
Right. So up to 400,000, not even taxed.
You're not
under
even
the
taxed.
Biden plan.
You make 400,000, you go home with 400,000.
Right? Thanks.
And then you get to pay a 62% tax on everything above that. Huh. Okay. Is he is he proposing to raise the income tax, the upper level, to 62%? She doesn't even know where the 62% comes from. She doesn't even know that that's federal plus state plus local taxes.
Oh, you know what happened with
She
her
didn't
there?
even know that.
Well, first of all, too much hair color. But the other thing that happened there was because he does want to go he wants to go up to like the old Obama one, 39.6 or whatever it is, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She's getting that from 50 Cent. Remember how he said he didn't want to pay 62% of his income?
Yeah.
And he was talking about all the taxes. That's
She
her
didn't
research.
even know that.
Her research was that's what she
watched
thought
50
the
Cent.
actual. She thought that was the Biden plan. That's what happened.
Yeah. That's so great.
Thanks.
No, Puddin'.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh man! And I thought I sucked at math.
Let's use brain cells before we post things on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Thanks. So condescending.
Oh God.
As she's spewing stupidity, the likes of which we see it every day. But that's right up there with the best of it. Do you also see, speaking of stupidity, Center for Disease Control, they're saying have Thanksgiving outside. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah, that's a really good idea. If you really take that seriously, maybe that could work in Texas, where it's been in the low to mid 70s.
Oh, it has
a couple
been
of weeks now. It's
so
really beautiful.
Nice, but it's
Yeah.
the wrong time of year for that.
Yeah, I know.
This should be September, not November.
So we could maybe do it here, although we get occasional cold fronts. Maybe you can do it in Florida. Try outside Thanksgiving in Montana, eating your meal in, 25-degree temperatures. You got a parka, you got gloves, you got your hat on. That sounds really fun.
That does, right?
It sounds really fun.
Or maybe you could just have it inside a running vehicle with the heater on. That sounds even more fun.
Yeah, in the garage.
Yeah. It's like, hey, can you pass up some turkey?
That's so stupid.
So ridiculous. And I love how subtly, when they post this story, they're showing, when they say eat outdoors, they're posting the picture of the pilgrims and the Indians eating outside.
Yeah, I saw that.
For real.
Okay. Yeah, the pilgrims did it.
Yeah.
With the Indians. It was good enough for them. It's good enough for you. Isn't that what this Thanksgiving holiday is all about? It's about what the pilgrims did. They were thankful, and you should be thankful. Eat outside. Okay. And don't forget, in California, you can only have members of 2 other households, maybe, or is it 3 other households plus yours?
Uh-huh.
But I don't think the total count can exceed 10.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. And you know the maximum, there's a time limit. You have to kick
You got to kick them out right after 2 hours.
Uncle Bob, it's been 2 hours.
Get out.
Yeah, get out.
Get out. Button your pants back up, zip it up, back up, and get out.
I know Jeffy's not in the room yet, but
Yeah.
let me play the role there. Whoa. Button my pants up.
So those organizing and attending holiday gatherings are asked to consider the risk basis on some of the following factors.
Okay, here we go.
Community levels of COVID-19, potential exposure during travel, location of the gathering, indoor or outdoor. They want it to be outdoor. Duration of the gathering, which needs to be 2 hours, no more. Number of people expected to attend, behaviors of attendees prior to gathering. If you got some people who've been out at parties or they go to the grocery store, really let their hair down, and maybe they've been to a bar recently,
If they're open.
they can't come. They can't come.
They can't come? They can't
No.
even, you won't even let them in now?
No, I won't even let
Sorry,
'em in.
community guidelines suggest.
You're not even invited.
Wow.
Yeah. Behaviors of attendees during the gathering also is important. So
Wait, okay, so wait, hold on a second. So Aunt Frida shows up carrying like an apple pie. Do you ask her, so the last 2 weeks you've been partying, Aunt Frida? You've been...
yeah, what have you been doing?
Yeah. Let's contact trace your social life, Frida. I mean, madness, man. And by the way, you know, the swine flu is no longer considered a pandemic. It's just considered a regular one of the seasonal flus. I saw someone suggest it's time that we make this just COVID's,
Seasonal flu.
yeah, and then get on with our lives. Enough of this madness.
Yeah.
If they
what
would
a hater.
recategorize it, yeah.
That person wants all humanity to die, apparently.
Sure. Yeah, that person was out partying with Aunt Frida.
And isn't it amazing? I know we've made this point a couple of times, but isn't it incredible how the flu, the normal flu, hasn't even occurred apparently in the last year? We don't have any numbers on how many people have gotten the flu. What happened to it? Did we cure it? Did COVID-19 kill it and just take its place? Is that what happened?
No, I think Trump didn't get credit for curing the seasonal flu. I think is what happened.
Huh.
And that's probably how they're going to suggest Biden is bringing the numbers down. Because starting January 20th, they're going to start classifying the flu again. Like, oh, no, this is the flu. Are you sure it's not COVID? Nope, it's the flu. And you'll probably see flu numbers go up and COVID numbers come down starting January 20th.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, everything is proceeding as I have foreseen it. I mean, everything we said before the election is pretty much coming to fruition right now. The most glaring of which was maybe CNN taking down momentarily, because they probably got some flack for it, but they momentarily took down on Monday, maybe even Sunday and Monday. I didn't watch them on Sunday. But they took down all the coronavirus updates. And then by yesterday, they put them back up. So, I mean, everything that we said, like the coronavirus, not going to be a big deal afterwards. Although yesterday, Biden did say that he's, if it was up to him, he would issue a national mandate to wear a mask right now. So we got that to look forward to. As soon as he's in office.
Good luck.
I mean, it's just amazing.
I mean, under what authority? Cardinal Tobin, maybe?
Well, yeah, if Cardinal Tobin says it, then of course we have to do it. Well, we got to abide by that.
Stand corrected. Then.
You know, he's the one. By his authority, you can just ignore the U.S. Constitution. So, but yeah, he's calling for a national mask mandate. He said on Monday, actually, all Americans need to wear a mask. A senior Biden advisor who spoke to NBC News said that in coming weeks, Biden will be calling on governors and local state officials to impose mask mandates in anticipation of a spike in COVID-19 cases this winter. And by the way, didn't the spike that's going on right now, everybody's been wearing your stupid mask. So how'd that happen? We're all in this mask mandate, most of us, and the numbers are still spiking. So apparently the mask isn't the cure.
Yeah, and Aunt Frida, she's the problem. She goes out partying.
Well, yeah, because it's going in your house and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the simple solution for that is make sure everybody wears a mask inside your house at all times. And in order to do that, we're going to have to install some surveillance equipment in your house.
Oh, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm going to, just as a sick joke, all the people coming to my house for Thanksgiving.
You're going to surveil them?
No, I'm going to make them wear masks. I'm gonna pass them out at the door and be like, hey, welcome, happy Thanksgiving, and hand them a mask.
Here's your mandatory mask.
And they'll be like, whoa, we're from states where there's still freedom.
By the way, the turkey's out in the backyard.
Yeah, that's right.
So
we got a table set up, but we just ask as you pass through the house, you do wear the mask. We encourage you to wear it in the backyard as well, but we won't be sticklers out there.
Oh, I'm going to be. Yeah, in my backyard, you got to wear your mask. You got to wear your mask.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't care how old you are.
You're tough.
I have a grandbaby. She's wearing a mask.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What if she tries to take it off?
It's going to be glued onto her head.
Okay. You're going to kick the grandbaby out after 2 hours?
Yes.
Yeah. I think the answer is I'm going to kick her out when she soils her diaper.
Right.
And it's time to go. Get out.
I mean, what madness. What madness.
Yeah, so
a year ago, you couldn't have considered that any of this would be a possibility. I mean, even if you said, hey, you know what, there's going to be a pandemic, and it's not super deadly, but about, 0.5% of the people who get it will die, especially if they have some other illness to begin with.
That's the other thing.
But almost nobody under, say, 50 years old will die from it.
You're not going to have, under a President Biden, people who die in motorcycle crashes also dying of COVID.
That's probably true.
Those deaths will be classified properly again. That's how they're going to manipulate this to make it look like Joe Biden was the savior of the universe. And if he does this mask mandate, they're gonna claim it was that did it. Oh, it's gonna. If you think you're having fun now,
just wait.
Just
Yeah.
wait.
We couldn't have envisioned this kind of fun, but here it is. We're fortunate enough to be experiencing it right now.
I tell you, man.
Wow.
What a time to be alive.
All right, let me tell you about Scoremaster. Scoremaster is pretty amazing. These are credit scientists that discovered an algorithm that super boosts your credit score. Not just a few points. Not my credit score went up 8 points. Woo. 97 points. Imagine 97 points on top of your credit score if you're refinancing your home or buying a car or applying for credit. Say you have just okay credit and you're buying a car. If you go to Scoremaster first and raise your score just the average 61 points, our listeners get in 20 days or less. You could save $9,000 on your car loan and $100,000 over the life of a home loan. That's a lot of money. So it can make a huge difference in your life. And Scoremaster just puts you back in control of your finances. Enroll in just minutes. They'll show you how many plus points you can add to your credit score at scoremaster.com/pad. Scoremaster.com/pad.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
See, George W. Bush declared that Biden clearly won. He's clearly the winner in this election. Yeah, thanks for sounding off. Here's a guy who wouldn't even defend himself against any of the charges from Obama, Biden, and their nonsense over the years. And now the first chance he gets, he's been doing this all along. But the outcome is clear. It's clear. Is it? He issued a statement saying that he had called Biden and Kamala Harris to extend his well wishes. Though we have political differences, I know Joe Biden to be a good man who has won his opportunity to lead and unify our country. Yeah, he said kind of the same thing about Vladimir Putin years ago, if you remember correctly. I looked into Pooty Poot's eyes. Biden reiterated that while he ran as a Democrat, he will govern for all Americans.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, well then, now I'm comforted.
Mm-hmm. I offered him the same. I offered Presidents Trump and Obama my prayers for his success and pledge to help in any way I can. Yeah, that's what we need. George W. Bush helping. What a helper he would be. Former president also congratulated Trump in his statement, noting that the current president earned the votes of more than 70 million Americans, an extraordinary political achievement, second most ever after Biden, perhaps. We'll see. We'll see if that holds up. He added, they have spoken, and their voices will continue to be heard through elected Republicans at every level of government. He acknowledged President Trump has the right to request recounts and pursue legal challenges, and any unresolved issues will be properly adjudicated. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the Supreme Court, I don't even know if they'll hear the case. Who knows with them?
Yeah, they don't want to.
They don't want to do anything. They're doing this Obamacare decision right now and trying to figure out whether or not they should eliminate the mandate or strike down the full law. And that's the thing that's before them right now. Mm-hmm. John Roberts just said it's not his job. It's not their job to do that. Wait, what? That's not the job of the Supreme Court to decide the constitutionality of a law? I thought that was the definition of your job. What the hell is your job then? What are we paying you all this money for and giving you a lifetime seat? You can virtually never have it taken from you unless you step down or die. What is your job then? What are you supposed to do? Wow.
Yeah, he always leans on it's Congress's role to worry about tax stuff, and this was a tax. So therefore, it falls under their purview. But then, if that's the case,
then it's unconstitutional.
Then why did it originate in the Senate and not the House, where taxes are supposed to originate? I mean, there's so many ways to dissect this. You just don't have anybody brave enough to stand up to it.
So ridiculous.
Which, by the way, I listened to progressive radio again yesterday, and
I don't know how you do that.
They won't be upset if the Supreme Court overturns Obamacare.
Well, no, because they think they're going to get something better.
Right. They think that, okay, we're going to have the presidency, we're going to have the House, and they still think they're going to get the Senate. We'll give you Medicare for all, you get rid of our Obamacare. So they're daring the Supreme Court to get rid of it.
So the one race that was still kind of in question was decided yesterday when the Democrat conceded. And so Tillis from North Carolina is the winner in that race. Mm-hmm. So that puts us at 49. The Alaska race will put us at 50.
Got to wait for them dog sleds.
Yeah, it's so difficult to count those. And who knows what can happen. As we've said many times, when the gnome vote comes in, look out. Look out.
Why do I feel that there are George Soros operatives all over Alaska right now? On trails and stuff, intercepting these votes.
Would not surprise me. So that will put us at 50, and then the two runoffs in Georgia,
correct,
are going to happen in January 5th. Is it?
Yes, sir.
So we got to get at least one of those.
Correct.
Republicans have to get one of the remaining two, and if that happens, Republicans keep control of the Senate, which is critical.
There is good news, though,
critical.
That if Senator Mitt Romney is brought into the Joe Biden cabinet, at least Utah is a red state and would hopefully
appoint a...
Wait, is Herbert Republican?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you say,
you would know it
but
based on the mandate.
I was about to say, the mask mandate there, Utah.
He held out for a long time, though. Uh-huh. When I went to Utah for my son's wedding last month, in a lot of places, you'd see people without their mask. Sometimes they wore them, sometimes they didn't. Like in a restaurant, you could go in there. It wasn't mandatory that you go in there, but a lot of people did.
Even when you were standing?
Yeah.
So wait a minute. How is this possible?
But
in
now
Texas,
it is mandated.
Right. So in Texas, it goes over your head if you're sitting.
I don't know.
But in Utah,
I don't know, Keith. That's what I was wondering while I was there.
So weird.
Maybe it's the dryness of the air in Utah,
I
so
see.
the virus acts differently. I'm not positive how that works. Senator Marsha Blackburn discussing that the left is weaponizing technology. Ain't that the truth? Here's what she said.
Allegations of voter fraud are running rampant. These have been unanswered and ignored by most media outlets. Liberal operatives have sent up test balloons on the creation of official enemies list. Now think about that.
Think about it.
We have them making enemies list, wanting to execute a campaign of personal destruction against people with whom they disagree.
Yeah.
What does that say about treasuring free speech?
They
and
don't.
The most popular social media platforms, oh, Madam President, the social media platforms have honestly just outdone themselves by making matters worse, by slapping these scary labels on content that is meant to inform and to spark bipartisan debate.
You can't have that.
And then you've got email services that are locking down access
Listen to this.
to email list because the distribution is something with which they disagree.
Huh.
This is what has happened to millions of Americans. And they gasp every time they see these markers on content. When they can't get to an email list, when they hear about a group that they belong to, they can't hear from.
Is
They're
that a
isolating
problem?
us. They're isolating us. This is amazing.
They sure are. And they're making lists about Republicans and conservatives.
Come on, that's crazy Nixon type talk. What are you talking about?
CNN compiling a list of GOP senators who haven't congratulated Biden yet. Can you imagine the nerve? The crime of not congratulating Joe Biden. Look at that. GOP senators who haven't congratulated Biden. Seriously? And there it is. I mean, it looks like it's almost all of them.
Oh, did they do this with Trump? Democrat senators who haven't congratulated President Trump?
You know, if they did, I missed that particular segment. We should look into that.
Yeah.
You know they didn't do it. Obviously, they didn't do it. GOP senators who haven't congratulated Biden. That is despicable.
That's pathetic.
Who cares?
Somebody was on the clock at CNN that was paid to call these offices.
Yeah.
And locate all this.
Has your man congratulated Joe Biden yet? I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, who's gonna...
We'll put you down for a no then. You're on the list.
Exactly. Wow. So there's, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's almost every single, that might be every senator, every Republican senator, because they're waiting for the outcome of the guy who is in their party and holds office in the executive branch right now.
How many
waiting to
states
see what happens.
have certified the vote yet?
Oh, wait, let me count
Let me
very
just
carefully.
look here.
Carry the 1.
Did you carry the 1?
2 just now. None. 0. No states have certified the election quite yet.
Wait, can I give you some more torture here as we talked about certifying states and stuff? Mm-hmm. Progressive Radio, they talked about how Pennsylvania, somehow the Democrats got the Green Party candidate off the ballot there, and that made the difference.
Were they proud of that?
Oh, yeah, because that way they were forced to vote for Biden instead of the Green Party, which was the difference in the margin with Hillary. That's how they did it. They went to court, kept the Green Party, and Jill Stein and all of them were very upset about this, but
nobody cares.
Too bad.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Too bad. But yeah, the margins clearly made the difference because where Green Party candidates were on the ballot, not for president, but other offices in the state, far and away exceeded the margin of victory for Biden would have been.
Really?
Far and away. Good times. Nice job, man.
I hadn't even heard that. That's interesting that they're talking about it.
Yeah. Oh, they
just
loving
don't
it.
care.
No, they love it.
They don't care.
Yeah, they are. And by the way, they're also saying that this Trump not getting clearance for all of Biden's people.
Yeah.
This is a coup. This is a coup that you're not allowing them to transition. The media has said it. That's it.
Jeez.
Call me on December 14th, man.
And yet, for the shenanigans in their party, they don't care. That's
you don't care.
Every time we say you don't care, we got to play that.
Yeah.
Every time. Mm-hmm. Story from the Babylon Bee from August 7th, 2019.
Yeah.
Somebody pointed this out on Twitter. Democrats propose creation of National Trump Voter Registry. Again,
the joke.
These things really aren't funny anymore because they're all happening.
Satire no longer a thing.
Wow. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
The Trump Vote Offender Registry. And they list the people in your neighborhood.
This guy
who are Trump vote offenders.
Trump voter, do not approach. If you've been microaggressed, find the nearest law enforcement officer.
Wow.
Yep. So what happened then? I mean, that's just satire.
Here's an actual tweet that just happened from Adam Rahuba, who is one of the Antifa leaders.
Oh, okay.
In the coming weeks, I'll be launching a new website. Users will be able to see every neighbor who financially donated to Republicans on a map. It's that's what we're saying. It's just not. It's not satire. It's actually happening. It's real life. We will then be encouraging users to aggressively, but non-violently, confront these people. No safety for fascist enablers.
But that's some crazy Antifa guy. It's not like a sitting congresswoman with seniority is saying, get in their faces.
Gosh. Yeah, Maxine Waters? Yeah.
Dangerous time.
Really bad.
Be careful and
really bad.
Clean your eggs. Make sure they're loaded.
Yeah, I lost my eggs in a lake or
lost your eggs?
Or something.
Oh, that boating accident?
Yeah.
Your eggs were in the boat?
Yeah, they all went down to the bottom. Dang it.
That stinks.
Like to have them back. But
yeah, I bet.
What are you going to do?
I tell you.
What are you going to do? All right, we'll be chewing the fat with Jeffy next. I found a new theme. It's appropriate for Jeffy to build excitement. Get you ready for chewing the fat. Nice bass drum there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's awesome, right? You feeling it?
You do not get that every day.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Wow.
Welcome,
That is
Jeffy.
fantastic.
Boy, there's a music teacher looking for a job somewhere.
Thank
No
you.
kidding.
Thank you. Well,
That was from some performance somebody found on the internet?
Yeah.
From some elementary school band?
No, I think those were like
gotta
teenagers
practice.
doing that.
Oh, are they really?
It looked like it.
they need a little practice.
Little practice.
Little practice. Hey, it's Veterans Day.
Oh, yeah. Happy Veterans
11/11.
Day.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah.
I know, you know, those that
Thank you for your service.
Yes.
those
All
that don't
veterans.
want to be reminded, I understand.
Like you?
I understand.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
like
just
to
saying.
talk about it.
I'm just saying, I understand.
Yeah. I
Hey,
despise.
you can get it.
I know. I shouldn't have mentioned it.
Why?
You triggered him, dude. Just
Why?
at the start of
I
the
know.
segment. Can't you wait till the end of the segment?
18 minutes of hell.
Operation Urgent Fury. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Hey, you get into national parks for free, though. Free
Today?
admission to national parks for veterans.
Anybody
Oh,
does?
Anybody. Yeah, anybody. So you can do that. And I understand there's a trucker strike today. So Stop the Tires 2020. According to the organizer, Jeremy Rewalt, we will not participate in the leftist Biden-Harris Green New Deal.
Oh, wow.
We do not support the banning of fracking.
Good.
The United States of America operates as a capitalistic economy, and oil is the fuel she survives on.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, no one supports truckers more than chewing the fat. Stop the Tires 2020, my friends. More good news. McDonald's has finally caved to peer pressure, saying it will launch a new plant-based meat line.
That's great.
The McPlant. The McPlant is going to be launched. Yum yum in some markets next year.
The McPLT, I think, is what it's called. Plant, lettuce, and tomato. Seriously. It's
Huh?
the McPLT.
No,
That's what it is. It's not the McPlant.
it's the McPlant.
No, it's the McPLT. Plant, lettuce, and tomato.
They're also launching a long-awaited loyalty program, which
Okay.
like Starbucks does.
Oh, I've been waiting
And-
for this
I know,
forever.
I know, and they're
Forever.
rolling out a crispy chicken sandwich.
Oh,
Others
who
of the
isn't?
Popeyes.
Who isn't trying to compete with
I
Chick-fil-A?
No, Popeyes.
They got a
So-
loyalty card. Do people go there often enough to get something out of that?
Now, it said in the story also, yes, of course.
Okay.
McDonald's is going, joins Burger King with the Impossible Whopper, and Dunkin' has Beyond Sausage. And it says in the story that it's changing its menu to match increased consumer demand.
People are demanding it.
Is that true?
I want to eat a plant burger. Why
Go
don't
to
you have a plant
McDonald's.
burger?
I go to McDonald's.
You're not going to McDonald's for veggie food. Stop it. Shut up.
It's just not happening.
No.
I just don't believe it.
Come on.
I'm sorry. Just don't believe it. Warner Brothers film, The Witches, starring Anne Hathaway, in the news. Because British Paralympic swimmer Amy Marin, who was among those who called out the film's depiction of Grand High Witch, saying she was disappointed. She said she was a huge advocate of celebrating differences, especially limb differences. It's not unusual for surgeons to try to build hands like this for children and adults with limb differences, and it's upsetting for something that makes a person different being represented as something scary. And you can see the picture if you're watching on Blaze TV of Anne Hathaway in the movie as the Grand High Witch, and you can see how she's represented with her.
Oh, she's got
limb
three fingers on each
differences.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the limb differented people are pissed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Well,
because
why-
it's creating witches are essentially monsters.
Yeah.
And children's going to are watching this film and they see that limb differences are going to be feared.
First, you need a person with a limb difference to play that part. Secondly, you need a witch because she's appropriating other people's
Right.
lifestyles and cultures.
Now, Warner Brothers' response, I'm kind of a fan of, because Warner Brothers is not pulling the film. They're not doing anything like that. They just said, hey, we're deeply saddened to learn that our depiction of the fictional characters and the witches could upset people with disabilities. And we regret any offense caused by the film. In other words, shut up. Sorry.
I've never heard that phrase.
It's the, we embrace this empowering, love-filled theme.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Anne Hathaway, on the other hand, on the other limb,
is she caving?
Bent the knee,
of course she did,
or the limb to the Lucky Finn Project and the hashtag Not a Witch. I owe you all an apology for the pain caused.
Gosh.
The pain
I am
caused.
sorry.
Uh-huh.
I did not connect limb difference with
with
the GHW when the look of the character was brought to me. If I had, I assure you this never would have happened.
Okay. Sounds like a phantom pain.
It's a movie. And take it easy, baby. It's okay. But she definitely bent down. I mean, it's agonizing.
Yeah, they always do.
It's agonizing.
They always do. Who is it that is playing a gay character and he's not gay, and so they're all pissed off?
And they're all mad about it?
Yeah, and he said he's going to anyway. Who is it? It's, Viggo Mortensen. He's under fire from the LGBTQIA2+ groups because he's not gay.
Right.
And how dare you play a gay character
How dare
when
you
you're not gay?
Act.
Right.
I don't know. It's the weirdest thing.
Here's what he said. I apologize to all the proctologists for casting David Cronenberg as a proctologist.
That's awesome.
Because he's not a proctologist.
That's awesome.
That's great.
That's really fun.
And he's super liberal, too. But apparently he's drawn the line here at his livelihood.
Right. How far are you going to go?
So ridiculous.
How far are you going to go?
Well,
Anne's even bent the limb saying, I assure you it never would have happened. What would have happened?
Yeah,
Anne?
she would have gotten out of the part, I guess, not taking the role.
Or they would have done different limb differences.
Or you would have
movie.
had a witch with all 5 fingers.
Right.
Can't have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just...
That still doesn't satisfy the witches, though.
No,
Because
it
she's not a
doesn't.
witch,
No, it doesn't.
to my knowledge. That should have been played by an actual witch.
Yes. Thank you.
Have we talked to
Thank you.
ex-boyfriends or anybody?
Yeah, it's possible. That's possible.
What does that have to do with anything,
you know
Keith?
what they say, Pat.
What are you saying there?
I mean, they may have information. I don't know.
About her
Yeah.
being a witch?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you know what they say.
I don't know what do
Yeah,
they
you
say
do.
No. Let's follow this
You know
up.
what they
What do they
say
say?
about women, Pat.
about women.
Yeah, you know what they say.
About
So-
women.
I don't think I do know.
Yeah,
what they
you
say.
do.
No,
You do.
I don't think
Yeah,
I do.
you do.
Let's
I think
explore.
I need you to explain it.
Yeah, you
We'll
do.
wait. We got time.
Yeah. In fact, think about what they say about it, and I'll take a minute and tell you about Glint Pay. This is an incredible new situation that you really need to get involved in. Glint has now made gold a real alternative currency. What you do is you buy gold, put it in an account. They store the actual gold for you at a vault in Switzerland, so it's really safe and secure. And then they send you a MasterCard. You can actually spend your gold. Now, you can save it, you can accumulate it, you can keep it there, whatever you want to do, and they'll keep the actual gold there for
But
you.
you have the card.
But you have the card, too, so if you want to spend it as currency, you can.
That's really cool.
Really cool. When you tell people, I just paid you in gold, they're like, sure. Yeah, right. You paid me in gold. No, I really did.
I did.
This is backed by gold. Unlike the cash that sits in your account and is backed by air. And in fact, increasingly less air all
no
the
kidding.
time. It's really, this is such a safe way to conduct a business. Real gold, no crypto, no tokens, no buyback, just real actual gold that you own 100% to save and spend and do whatever you want with. Super safe, super simple, super reliable. And they'll send you, I got my, this is an actual,
You have a Glint card?
yeah, I got a Glint card.
Nice.
You can see my my card number there. In fact, my account number 0000 zeros all across the board.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
It's almost
not-
like
that's
you
not
were.
the
It's almost
other-
like you
I
were
just
the-
trust everybody not to take it.
I was just about to
and-
say, Jeffy and I were already plotting, and we realized that your actual Glint card isn't right there.
No, it's actually not. It's in my back pocket.
Wait, that's not the.
No, that's not the actual
I
one.
ain't reaching back there.
Not that I don't trust you guys, of course.
You keep the 000 card around there.
Go to glintpay.com glintpay.com/gray, Gray. glintpay.com/gray, and get involved in this right now.
Pat Gray returns.
All right, we continue now with Jeffy's about to explain what they say about women.
What do they say? I don't know that you want me to explain that.
No, I don't.
I don't think that you
Actually,
want
I do
me
not.
to. But you know what they say. So
I don't.
You do.
I don't know what they say.
Yes, you do.
Women are great. That's what they
no,
say.
Yeah. No, that's not what I was. Yeah, but
that's what they say.
Yeah, that's what.
All right, go ahead.
If you're looking for a new gig, you need to become a diversity director. Businesses and universities, and we've talked about it before, all over the country are adding the position, like Michigan State University. New vice president, chief diversity officer, and inclusion, making $315,000 a year, as well as a $700 monthly vehicle allowance. I mean, every VP gets that, so it's nothing really special. And upon request, 2 tickets to, football games, basketball games, hockey games, if available. And because, look, we don't want to pay for you to move, we're just going to give you a $25,000 signing bonus, and that'll cover the moving, okay? No problem. Now, he's got to reimburse that for if he leaves within a year. He has to give the $25,000.
I thought we're going for diversity here.
Well, it's Jabbar Bennett. I don't know. Okay, Jabbar, I don't know what Jabbar identifies as.
Enough.
But his duties include working with the officials to develop diversity, equity, and inclusion plans, designing delivery, education, and training programs, and being involved in various hiring processes. But I will say that the reason that this jumped to my eyes is that I think we need to start a GoFundMe for him, because for the first 7 months of this year, due to COVID-related financial strains, he's only going to earn, under $300,000, not the full $315,000 a year salary. So I don't know if he's going to be able to survive.
And what qualifications do you need to be a chief diversity officer person? What's the qualifications?
Well, he works at will for the president. So the president said, "Yeah, you got the job, and when I get tired of you, I'll fire you." That's your qualifications, and you have to be, I'm sure, part of a minority group.
Oh well, you know what they say.
I'm sure you have to be part of that. I have a question for you, and you don't have to answer it. You don't have to answer it because I don't want to make you look I don't want to make you look like these women, but do you know where your vagina is?
No.
That's my question.
You
don't know? You don't have to answer it.
Okay.
You don't have to answer it. Well, you would be like a quarter of the women in the U.S. that don't know
I'll get back to you
where their vagina is.
after the break.
What?
This is a new poll conducted. A quarter of the women, at least 25% in the women in the U.S., don't know where their vagina is.
Get out of here.
It also found that
Does it
46% of the ladies couldn't point out the cervix. 59% suggested a different body part when asked to identify the uterus. The Swedish women's health company that commissioned the study, Intimina, 2,000 women. Now, they're just being exact. If you're watching Blaze TV, you see the diagram of the women's reproductive system.
They were pointing at a diagram, not themselves. We hope.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure. Just we need some details here.
Yes. Now, they were, when asked to describe the menstrual cycle, they were confounded by the process.
They were confounded by it.
By the process.
They don't know
In what way
happens?
confounded?
So it just
They don't know what that is?
I wasn't quite sure what it was for. Yeah, what it was.
What it was for?
So women were divided on who to blame in the study.
Oh, of course.
They were for their poor understanding.
Donald Trump is obviously responsible for it. He's obviously screwed everything up for women.
It's funny that they didn't say that though. 36% said that teachers failed.
Okay.
28% resented parents for not teaching.
Yeah.
Thank you. And 27% called for better public education standards.
Okay.
Now, I'm guessing the rest of the percentage, the other 9 or 10%, were, I don't know. I don't know what should happen. I don't know. But I was thinking that I should probably go ahead and just start a Know Your Body campaign on Chewing the Fat. So you can email me, chewingthefat@theblaze.com, or call me.
Email you
and you can let me know, and I'm here to help.
Like
With the
what
Knowing
would they,
Your Body
what
campaign.
would they email you? Questions?
Just ask me questions and let me know you want to be part of the campaign, and I'll help you know your body better.
You'll
that's
help
what I'm here.
women
I'll help you
know
yes,
their
thank you.
bodies better.
So just subscribe to Chewing
That
the Fat.
is too generous.
I
of
know.
you,
Sure.
Jeffy.
I know.
That is too generous.
I know. So
Wow.
just subscribe to the podcast.
You're a
platform
helper.
of your choice.
Have we always said that?
and he
You're
wants,
a helper.
And he wants private emails. He doesn't need these out in public.
No, you can call me.
Oh, you can call him?
That's fine. But just
Okay.
email me. But it's a Know Your Body campaign.
Yeah,
I'm here to help.
it's wonderful.
There's Thank you.
You are a helper.
Yeah,
Thank
what a
you.
service-oriented man you are.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's really
That's
great.
what I'm saying.
I know. I know.
Researchers at the University of Wisconsin-Madison were surprised to learn that students enrolled at the university were not racist.
Oh.
I know. They did a study, and psychology professor Mark Brower conducted the study to determine the frequency by which minority students are on the receiving end of offensive comments. And students at the university were examined as they interacted with minority student actors in scenarios. And we were surprised by these results. We tried one situation and then another one and so forth, but study after study came back with the same result. Most students did not treat our white actor more positively than the black, Asian, or Muslim actors.
No faith in their own kids, man.
Amazing. Now, the study cites the Pareto principle. I don't have to tell you what that is.
No.
No, actually, go ahead.
Well, fine.
Thumbnail sketch.
It's 80% of consequences come from 20% of the causes. So they're saying that just a small amount of people, the participants, were racist and treating people less. Well,
Haven't we been saying that? Yeah.
This is
It's
such a
kind of a
weird
manufactured
thing.
situation.
Yes, it
where it's
is.
so widespread, so ugly right now. 888-933-93. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze Radio Network.
Got some tweets here from Comrade Snoobage. Love the Jeffy intro. Maybe add a little Beto guitar.
Ooh, maybe not.
Shall not be infringed tweets. How can McDonald's measure consumer demand on a plant-based product if they're not currently providing the product?
I know.
It's a pretty good question. DMXDM, Anne Hathaway may not be limb-differented, but she's definitely a witch.
Oh, thank you.
Kyle P, as someone missing a finger, Anne Hathaway can shut up. Vern Lundquist tweets, Jeffy, I've got itchiness in places that I didn't even know I had. Please respond.
Oh.
Vern.
Well, Vern, I'm here to help.
Okay.
I'm here for you. Okay,
You
so
want
just
Vern to email you?
me, chewingthefat@theblaze.com.
Okay.
And-
So you can't answer him just right here.
Yeah,
Right
he's
now.
obviously
This
listening.
is part of the Know Your Body campaign.
Okay. And you'll do it in private.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't want to,
Good.
I don't
Excellent.
want to embarrass.
Yeah,
Sure.
And there might be HIPAA laws that we don't know about. With
There's always
that's
HIPAA
true.
laws.
He's a
Always.
HIPAA law.
So let's use brain cells before we post things on the internet.
Okay.
Thanks.
Said the woman with the
Thank you.
ring nose and
you.
orange hair.
Yeah, but she was spitting out some information
Acidite. She was.
that was
Valuable.
very valuable.
Potent. Powerful. Well, let's see the
If
whole
I were
thing,
to ever
just so
make
you know.
400,000,
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
right?
the 30 minutes.
Then you know you can keep it all.
right?
Here she is
I'm
telling us
gonna
about
address
it.
this pretty briefly.
Okay.
So, if you make $400,000 a year,
400,000.
you're going to
Okay.
be going home with $400,000 a year.
Pause it for a
Under
second.
Duh.
Okay, you got that? Genius here with the orange hair tells us they're not taking a penny from you.
Thank you.
Not a penny if you make $400,000.
That's actually a heck of a deal. I still
it's a
don't like
good deal.
progressive tax rates, but I mean, if the baseline is 400,000, that's a good place to
That's
start.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That is pretty
They're
good.
not taking a penny of what you earn. I like that.
I do
It's a
too.
new thing. Apparently, Biden just decided now people who make $400,000 should keep all of it.
Keep all of it.
I like that.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Under Joe Biden's new tax plan. Any money made over the $400,000 will be taxed. So, for example, you make $425,000 a year.
Yeah.
62% of 25,000
$25,000.
is, I believe, 15,500.
Believes
So you'll be
Something
$15,000.
going
like that.
home
You going
with
home?
and $9,500
That's a pretty
year
good
if you
deal.
make $425.
Yeah,
Not
so
that
get
good
over
deal
it.
at all.
A good deal.
So let's use brain cells before we post things on the internet.
I mean the irony.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You know what? That's spoken like someone who does not have a job
Yeah.
and does not get a paycheck.
Okay.
So
Thanks.
great. Let's use some brain cells.
Okay.
Okay. I
Thanks.
wish you had thought of that sooner.
Yeah, we posted that. Be looking for it on Twitter at
Okay.
Pat Unleashed.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Then we come to Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
Oh, she's great, right?
Got a PSA from
Who's
her.
with me?
Oh, I'm with you.
100%.
I'm with you, Keith, and I think
Yes.
yes, obviously Jeffy is as well. Here's Lori Lightfoot.
Oh, she's having a dream. Look at that. She's sleeping. Ugh, I don't want to see her
She
sleep.
is not. She's doing like a soap opera thing.
Thank God. Science is back, baby.
Because of
The
bites.
Earth is round, not flat.
Washing your hands does work.
Who are you?
Social distancing does matter.
Remember when
and
Trump
wearing
said
a
not to
face
do any of those
covering
things? Remember?
does help protect all of us.
Does it? How come
I
they were
do love
spiking?
science.
Oh, she likes science.
Let's fight COVID together with
What the hell?
I've seen better production like at a high school media productions class.
I mean, that's asinine. So I guess the implication is that Donald Trump has been telling us the earth is flat.
Yeah,
Well-
she just woke up from a bad dream that was with the Trump presidency, and now she's like, "Oh, look, the Earth is round and
Science is back. Oh, so does that mean that there's only two genders
Whoa,
again?
whoa,
Is that what that
whoa.
means?
Back
Does that
off.
mean that what's growing in your body, if you're a female,
Okay.
is human? Is that what that means?
Yeah, it sounds like questions for Jeffy. You need to,
Email me,
him.
chewingthefans
Okay, I'll email you.
for it.
You can explain the science on
part
all
of
of
the
that.
part of the Know Your Body campaign.
Science is back. Does that mean that we're stopping the hysteria on the global warming situation that nobody is saying? No one is saying that in 10 years the Earth is going to, I don't know, be uninhabitable. That there's going to be an existential threat within the next 9 or 10 years. Are we going to finally stop saying that BS?
No way. And
No.
there's still one of the stories I didn't get to was talking about they found 2 new animals in Australia. 2 new
Oh, in
animals.
Australia. Oh, these are getting
Really?
fun.
So I'm just saying they keep telling us that the Earth is dying.
Wait a minute.
and we're finding
And we're
new
losing
animals.
millions every year.
And they just discovered in Australia off the coast there that there's this coral reef.
Oh yeah, the new
that
coral reef.
The
that
size
just,
of the Empire
we didn't
State
even know
Building.
existed.
Size
Oh, yeah.
of the Empire State Building. Oh, that's there. But what are your animals here? What's this
The
all
2
about?
marsupials that they found, they're just part
cute.
of the greater gliders. But my point is that they're new animals.
Right.
They keep telling us the Earth is dying. We keep finding new things.
We don't know everything, believe it or
No,
not.
a few things. You know what? The Earth, a few things die. Oh my gosh.
Other
Then Other
things
things. Oh,
live.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
They appear.
Maybe that happens all
It's
the time.
almost like a plan.
Huh.
Like someone created a
What?
plan.
No, this was all an accident, a giant explosion, and then everything just spun into this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. It was just an amazing coincidence that this happened.
Sorry.
That's why there is zero other life in the entire universe. This was the only place where it spun into this. It's incredible.
Okay.
It's like when
Science.
you put a whole bunch of watch pieces in a box and then you just shake it for 14 billion years.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you open the box, you're going to have a beautiful
Okay.
Rolex watch.
I'm
kinda
gonna
cool.
Yeah,
challenge
it's really
you on
nice.
that. I'm gonna challenge you on that.
Really nice.
Have you ever taken a box full of watch pieces
And shaking it for 14 billion years?
have you done that?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
Have not done it.
what I thought.
But I'm pretty sure that if I did, it would turn out to be
Oh,
a really beautiful watch.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure. Yeah. So put that in your
There you
pipe and
have it.
smoke it. Okay.
Okay.
Did you guys see the victory
Thanks.
speech the other day with Kamala introducing Joe Biden?
Yes.
And then he jogs out like that is one of the
Yes.
most
Oh, gosh.
ridiculous looking things
Yep.
I
I've
almost
seen in
didn't.
this whole
and
campaign.
I felt like I had to, and it just was agonizing.
Oh, see, I didn't feel the need to induce vomiting, so I
I
skipped
did. It was
it.
we did it, Joe.
We got to watch this. Watch.
We have elected a president.
What happened here?
Who represents the best in us.
Pause it for a second. Okay, we elected a president who represents the best of us. If by best you mean threatening friendly, weaker nations, that they won't get any aid from us unless they fire the prosecutor investigating the guy's son, and working with China against the interests of the nation for millions of dollars. Just a few of the highlights of the 47 years of corruption of this guy. If that's what you mean by the best of us, yes. You're right.
What about...
Let's not forget the racism of the best of us, and the lying sack of crapness in the best of us. That guy lies all the time. If that's what you mean by the best of us, then yes. Thank you.
And what about for the years that he spent blaming the drunk trucker that smashed into his family?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, he lied about that tragic incident.
I know, the whole thing.
The guy, he has said multiple times that the guy who hit his wife and sons in the semi had been drinking his lunch. That's not true. It's never been true. His family, the guy's family has asked that he stop saying it multiple times.
This is another example of the truckers that don't like him, man.
And it's another example of the best in us.
Yeah. Yes.
Is this the same guy who plagiarized speeches and lied about his college
yes.
degrees?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Look,
and where he finished in his class as well.
Yeah.
All right.
The best of us. The best of us.
The best of us.
Okay.
See what else she had to say.
A leader the world will respect, and our children will look up to.
They look up to this kind of corruption like crazy.
Yeah, while he's massaging them.
Respect our troops and keep our country safe.
Pause it for a second. Yeah, we'll be safe. We'll be safe. I told President, my boss, that we shouldn't kill Osama bin Laden. But he made the toughest decision in the last 3,700 years. Only person who made a tougher decision was one of the pharaohs when he said, "Yeah, geez, take these stinking people and get out. I'm sick of all of yous." Then he changed his mind. Then he changed his mind and went after him. That was a bad decision. That was a tough decision, and it was a bad decision. But that was the only tougher decision than my boss made. All right, let's see this.
And a president for all Americans.
Sure, as long as they agree with you, he'll be president. He'll be your president.
And it is now
my
great honor
Here he comes.
to introduce the president-elect
Billy
of
Shears.
the United States of America.
Okay. Joe Biden. Okay.
Billy Shears.
Oh, here I come.
I don't understand.
I'm gonna wave knowingly here. And
What's
jogging.
the rush, man?
I'm showing. Oh, I gotta stop. No, I'm gonna go again.
I gotta finish up.
Wait, who are you? Who's this woman in a pantsuit?
Yeah.
Oh, this is my daughter. No, wait, it's my son Bo. Wait, no, it's Bo's daughter Agnes. Wait, no, why am I up here? Oh, is this a Bruce Springsteen concert? Is that what? I love his music. The guy can't sing a note, but he likes me. So
I love the hand.
I love it
That's
too.
gross. Come on.
The signer is doing the music right now.
So awesome.
It's great.
Really?
Let's see what he has to say here. This is going to be good.
Wait, where's Billy Shears?
I don't know. You didn't come out.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Honk, honk, honk,
I love
honk.
this.
I hope he hollers at me
Hello.
for 10 minutes.
Hello.
Americans. And the people who brought me the dance, Delawareans.
Pause it for a second. The people that brought me to dance, the Presbyterians. Over here. It's time to name drop. Here he goes.
No, seriously.
He's
He
going to drop
should
a few names.
Giving a speech at an old folks' home. Let's be honest.
Oh, he didn't drop the names. He was about to drop the name. He was going to point at people that he saw in the audience. Awesome. Just to prove that he can see people, I guess.
Stand up.
What is that?
Stand up, Chuck. Oh, never mind.
I see my buddy down there, Dr. Pepper. And there's Mr. Pibb over there in the corner. And then, hey, hi to Oscar Mayer, who's in the second row.
God love you.
Is that Ruth Ann, Mary Jane, Susie Q? How are you? Baby, I love you. I like the way you walk and the way you talk. Susie Q. He names Ruth Ann. I guess is a former governor or something.
Ruth Ann, I see out there. They wheeled you in tonight. Thank you.
That's embarrassing. Watching him jog down that ramp was embarrassing. He should not ever do that again.
Somebody
Never do
suggested that weeks ago, and he has not been able to pull off a natural look with that jog.
It just makes it look worse.
I know. It makes you look younger.
And then he stops. He starts walking again. And then he's
and
like,
then he jogs again.
I got a second win. Here we go. It's not a good look.
It's not. So ridiculous looking.
Can we see that again? I want to watch that again. That's
Just if you could cue it to where he's jogging down the ramp. That's so great.
And if there's a such thing as a white jog,
that's it.
Joe Biden
my gosh.
has a white jog.
The whitest jog ever done. Hi there. I'm jogging right now. I gotta walk. Oh, I'm gonna jog. I got a second wind.
Get out there.
Like if you see that guy jogging through your neighborhood, you're picking up the phone and about to call 911. This guy's about to pass out right in front of your house.
Yes. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But
okay, enough of this.
Obviously, that's the Democrat Party because the Bruce Springsteen music is allowed.
Yes, yes, and again, they're at the Jeep lot. You know, everybody points out that all his gatherings there's nothing but Jeeps. If you look at the parking lot there,
really?
The crowd is.
Yeah, they figured that out.
It's all Jeeps. And this is a different one. Yeah.
There's been talk on the internets.
Is he on the take?
It's incredible
from Jeep.
That Jeep is providing all of those vehicles at these rallies. You know?
I bet they are.
Yeah. So, but by the way, Tom Petty's "I Won't Back Down" played, and the family of Tom Petty used Tom Petty's Twitter account to thank Joe Biden for using that. And you're welcome, or you're happy to let you use that, all this stuff.
Of course.
And so did he not have their permission to do that?
I don't know.
And they're just saying that was fine?
I don't know. They're just trying to make the point.
Well, they're
Look,
trying
we're
to make the point that
train.
they're trying to make that point because they've already, they've shut down Trump playing any of that.
Yeah, they have. Right.
No, that's the way it always is,
Sucks.
But you know what?
Unbelievable.
You have Tom Petty. We have Lee Greenwood.
Thank you.
Yes.
Who is still performing. God bless the USA in West Virginia right now.
You can hear
He's just about to finish up.
Echoing off the mountains.
From 2003. He's just about to finish up. Poor guy. I mean, we've done nothing but hammer him for 17 years on doing a heck of a performance there.
Guy.
Yeah,
he's doing it's a nice song.
It was just that it was at the end of a 12-hour day and he wouldn't stop, and we were all like, "Okay, we want to go home. We want to go." All right, let me tell you about Omega XL. Omega XL can help get you out of pain. Do you have pain caused by inflammation? This is something that can definitely help. If you've tried other things, the over-the-counter non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, maybe that doesn't do anything for you. It certainly doesn't for me. And the topical rubs, not any relief ever. But Omega XL, backed by 35 years of clinical research, once it's built up in my body, it just shut down the inflammation, and I haven't had a problem with my elbow since. So try it. See if it works for you. Omega XL comes from the pristine waters of New Zealand. It doesn't have that fishy taste. These are really tiny little gel caps that are really easy to take. And to get you started taking them, when you order one bottle of Omega XL right now, you'll get a second bottle free. Order one, get one free. Visit OmegaXL.com/Pat. OmegaXL.com/Pat. Or call 800-844-4888.
Pat Gray is here.
I am. But again, how does she know at all times my whereabouts? A little spooky, is it not?
She works for Google.
Stalking me.
Yeah. You're on a list.
You know, my favorite comment from Joe Biden at his victory rally
What was it?
was when he said,
It was riveting.
It's a direct quote, and it was powerful. It was powerful. And then he went on to say,
See, that's where I...
Is that
was
guy?
my favorite one.
I actually wept when he said,
Did you really?
I wept.
Wow.
As a man, I broke
That
down.
didn't move me the way it
And
moved you.
I wept openly. So
did The Rock.
Did he?
I read this morning where The Rock even said he wept. when he
Okay.
got through his-
Was it when he said,
No, I think it was the next one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
That would make sense. That would make sense.
I'm sorry, it's a little latent anger spilling out. These
It's
last few
going to
days.
be not fun. You can quote me on that.
Yeah, okay.
It's going to be not fun.
It's going to be not fun the next 4 years?
Fun. Yeah.
I disagree. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Losing money, socialized medicine.
Well, you're losing money if you not making $400,000.
Yeah, if you don't make $400,000.
How was that?
Are making $400,000.
Yeah, let's see how this goes.
Let's see how it goes again. Here she
I'm
is.
going to address this pretty briefly.
Okay.
So if you make $400,000 a year, you're going to be going home with $400,000 a year.
Wow.
Under Joe Biden's new tax.
Thank you.
Any money made over the $400,000 will be taxed. So, for example, you make $425,000 a year. 62% of 25,000 is, I believe, 15,500.
You believe it is?
So you'll be going home with $409,500.
$409,500. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah.
That is good.
So let's use brain cells before we post things on the internet.
Good idea, Puddin'.
Thanks.
Good idea. And my hair matches my tank top. Did you notice that?
Yeah, but they don't match her nails. Her nails are blue.
Or my nose ring. They don't match
They
that.
don't match, yeah.
But I'm pretty good to match my hair
Yeah.
with my tank top when they're both orange. But let's use our brain cells before we post things, okay?
That's a heck of a deal because now we're
Thanks.
paying taxes right out of the gate, you know?
Yeah.
But now we've got a $400,000 cushion?
Yeah, that's great.
Yes, please.
On the first $400,000, you don't pay a penny under the Biden tax
Can I
plan.
change
like
my
that.
vote?
You don't need to.
That's the Biden tax
You
plan.
don't need
think
to.
you need to.
No, because Biden is going to.
He's going to be the president
Yeah,
for
for
all
all.
Americans.
Thank you.
When he said, I was really moved by that
you.
too.
I'm surprised that moved
Yeah.
you as much.
It did.
I appreciated it.
Yeah.
But,
well. Yeah.
I mean, to each his own, right?
I mean, I've heard him say that before. So.
Okay, so yeah, I see. I
get tired of I'm tired of hearing him say.
Yeah. He kind of recycled that one. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. I got some tweets here. Brian Moore tweets, Biden cured racism at that college already? Yeah, at Wisconsin.
Thank you.
Yeah, wow. America will be a utopia by February. Joe said it, and it was done. Mm-hmm. Duct Tape Cranium tweets, I wonder what the tax expert will do when her paycheck shrinks under Biden's tax hike. Oh, wait. She'll need to get a job first. Okay?
I'm not hiring her.
Thanks. Krabby Shan tweets, I'm pretty sure someone making over $400,000 a year doesn't need Little Miss Thang explaining how their taxes work. Thanks anyway, Puddin'. Just to muck and fudge. Happy Veterans Day, by the way. We'll have a president who respects our troops by calling them stupid bastards and slow.
Oh, boy.
And it's recorded, unlike the BS that was alleged about Trump.
Right.
That everybody around him said he didn't say, and they just kept saying it anyway. I'll bet that's one of the things. If it turns out he did lose this election, that's going to be one of the things that hurt him.
Yeah.
That really is.
Yeah.
Because they just kept repeating it as if it was fact.
That and the belief that he didn't do enough for this pandemic, that the pandemic is his fault.
Right. 200,000 dead Americans. They just kept hammering that point, too.
And then they make you believe that it's his fault.
Yeah.
The entire thing.
From Get Off My Lawn, a president for all Americans, even the ones on the lists.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yep. All right. There's much more that we got to get to here, and so little time. But we'll get to as much of it as we possibly can coming up here in a second. I'm Pat Gray Unleashed. Let me just take a minute and tell you about realestateagentsitrust.com. Especially if you're relocating to somewhere else, you need good realtors.
Get out of the cities, right?
Yes. It's not a bad idea right now.
No.
Maybe you're looking for a place in the mountains. Well, the realestateagentsitrust.com can help you out. These people have been really closely vetted by Glenn's team. This is his company, so they really vet these agents to make sure they're the best in your area. They have great marketing plans. They have great track records. They sell your home for the most possible money in the shortest amount of time. And really, that's the only way you can sell it for the most amount of money is when you sell it in the shortest amount of time. Longer it sits on the market, the less it's worth. It's just a weird thing. Again, that's why Glenn wound up selling his house in Connecticut that was worth considerably more than $37.95.
It was worth more than that.
But that's all he got for it, $37.95. And so he started this company. If you want a really good realtor to get you through this process, plus they're all fans of the show, so you've got something in common with them, go to Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name really kind of says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got a tweet here from Crystal. The reason Tom Petty's family used his Twitter account to thank Joe is because Tom clearly voted for him. Twice. But see what Crystal's saying there
what's she saying?
that,
what does that mean?
Tom Petty voted even though he's dead and has been dead for most of the year.
No.
He went ahead and voted anyway.
Not in America.
And, yeah, that doesn't seem possible. I don't know how that would happen.
That doesn't make
You have
sense
proof
at
of
all.
that?
Yeah.
I don't even, can we? I don't want. We'll just stop talking right now. We don't have proof.
We have proof of some lady who voted in Texas, who also ended up voting in California. That was news to her. But it's just isolated, right?
Yeah.
There's probably nothing to it. Just move along here.
That was the only time that happened.
Probably the only time, right?
Tom Petty and her. Your instance.
Yeah,
those are the only ones.
That's pretty much it.
The Steve 42 tweets, wow, I won't pay a dime in federal taxes under the Biden plan. Maybe she should use her brain. No, she did, to tell you.
Yes, she did. Thank
it's
you.
It's a really good plan. Really good plan.
Yeah. Why don't we use our brain before we post stuff on the internet?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right?
Let's use brain cells before we post things on the internet. Thanks.
Thanks. You're welcome, Puddin'.
Thanks.
Thank you. Swankthink tweets that Rhodes Scholar explanation of Biden's tax plan is a powerful indictment of the American education system.
That's how we're at.
Yeah, because we didn't know it.
Mm-hmm. From Jamie, and the sad thing is, Puddin', the tax expert, she gets to vote. Puddin' the tax.
Yeah, she gets to vote.
Gets to vote. Yeah. Jeffy's 18 Spoons tweets, Biden's jog made it look like...
What did he say? Biden's jog made it look like what?
Biden's jog made it look like he nadlered his pants.
Look at that.
I'm running really fast. I better slow down. I got a turn coming up. Now I'm gonna pour on the speed again. He nadlered his pants. It does look like that.
It does look like that's a possibility. It does.
I wish we had the Nadler thing. Maybe Rob can find that really fast
It's
he scoots out of that press conference.
Oh, that's terrible, man.
Jerry.
Terrible.
So bad.
Embarrassing.
All right. Something else that we haven't paid enough attention to. Let's go back to the Biden jog down the ramp there, and check out the the sign language person and what he's doing? Because
during the speech or during the jog?
I guess it's during the speech.
Well, during that whole time, yeah. But when he gets to the end of the jog, it was pointed out too that during this jog, the reason that he slows down is because he couldn't make the turn.
Right, he was going too fast. Thought he was going to wipe out.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
But right here is when the audience.
It was Dead Man's Corner.
Okay.
Okay.
So
now he's going to start signing the Bruce Springsteen song, I think. Yeah, he's getting into it. That is
awesome.
Oh, the Democrats. You got to love them, don't you? Don't you got to love them?
He does a pretty good job signing when Joe is speaking, when Joe says...
All right, that was good.
On this subject,
Uh-oh.
not part of this.
There goes
here we
Jerry.
go.
Part of
There goes
There
Jerry.
goes Nadler.
our democracy. With that,
Oh,
please
I
to
pooped my
keep this
pants.
in part
I
of,
pooped my pants.
Oh, he
preserving
definitely
our-
did.
You did what?
Our democracy.
Pooped his
With that, I'm
pants.
pleased to yield to the distinguished chair.
You pooped in your pants.
I pooped my pants.
Just like Al Roker.
You pooped in your pants.
I pooped my pants.
You pooped in your pants.
I
There's
pooped
going to
my
be
pants.
a lot of that going on in the Biden administration.
Oh, man. The guy's going to be 78 on inauguration day. No matter who's inaugurated, Biden will be 78
Right.
on that day.
I see how that works.
His sister, I saw an interview with his sister, Joe Biden's sister, that said that he'll run again, too.
You imagine that? At 82 years old, he's going to run for a second term. At 82. Wow. Be 86 when he finishes up.
Imagine debates 4 years from now. Just
Seriously, do you think he's not going to be capable of that?
right? Do we have like stop for drool wiping breaks? Or?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
You got to have your handler there.
Snot running down his nose,
Yeah.
drool coming out, running down his chin.
So who do you think Kamala's going to be debating 4 years from now?
Donald Trump.
Yeah. There's apparently some rumblings that he's already.
Yeah, he's already considering it. He's already considering it. Why not? Why wouldn't you?
why not?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's happened before, too, in American history. One Grover Cleveland had 2 terms, but they were split.
Yeah.
So there's precedent for it. It could happen. I mean, Teddy Roosevelt almost did it, too. So it is possible. And, maybe by then we'll see just how bad these policies worked from Biden.
Right.
And people be wishing for the good times of Donald Trump again.
Right. And that's the whole thing, right? You made the argument of, we survived Obama.
Yes.
Which,
we did.
I'm all for.
Yeah, okay.
100%. We did.
Positive. That's positive.
Yes.
And we'll leave it there.
But.
And we'll leave it
No
there.
buts. No buts. We survived Obama. The end.
The end, right?
The end.
Yay.
You don't want to think that through.
I
you don't want to go any further on that.
I pondered on it.
No, you don't
this
want to do
weekend.
that. You don't want to do
Because
that.
Friday was we survived Obama, and I went with it. But
Yeah.
then I pondered it this weekend.
You shouldn't have pondered it.
Don't ponder. This is a ponder-free zone, man.
I know what you're going to say.
What did you ponder, Jeffy?
You're going to say that there were 8 years of Obama that set up the Biden
We didn't
nightmare.
have 8 years of Obama before
Right.
8 years of Obama.
Right. We had 8 years of Bush. Then, although we have had 4 years of Trump, which
Trump was a
lessens the
big
blow.
cog in the wheel, man.
Yeah, and it lessened the blow.
Yes, it does. So
now Biden on day one is going to undo a lot of really good that Trump did on the first day he is promised in office.
Right.
So
The Trump stopgap that we just experienced may be less effective after another 4 years of Marxist control of
So
our
what
government.
you're saying is I shouldn't have pondered
Don't
it.
ponder
no,
it.
don't ponder it. Don't think it through.
And I will
think it
say,
through.
and I'm sorry to go nerd on you here, but it just comes naturally. I'm a big Grover Cleveland fan. A lot of the reason his second term was not a success by any measure was because he was cleaning up the mess of Benjamin Harrison, who was in there in those 4 years in between. Trump's going to have to spin.
How many times have we talked about that?
I got it. If Trump is elected in 2024.
I'm so sick of hearing about it. Benjamin Harrison.
Yeah.
What a mess.
If Trump is elected in 2024, he's going to spend that entire presidency dealing with the fallout from whatever the heck's going to happen in the next 4 years.
Do not start relating Joe Biden to Benjamin Harrison. I won't have it.
Well, you were around. What do you remember from that era? Come on, you were alive.
I remember that guy did some...
Right?
He did some damage, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. We got some important breaking news from MSNBC yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here it is. Check this out.
Our intelligence community. Ken, what have you learned, sir?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right.
We lost Ken for a second. We'll try to get it back there.
So they throw it to the MSNBC reporter in his house. He thinks he loses connection with New York.
He didn't.
And he's just
he
cussing.
lost his. He claimed that he lost the feed to him from them, but they still had him.
Right. So then we hear the F word, and then an S word.
Yes.
Intelligence community.
Okay.
Ken, what have you learned, sir?
What have you learned? Here we go.
Now, you'd think people would know when their mics are live.
Right, you'd think.
You'd think, yeah.
I mean, it's just the
that's
dumbest
the
thing.
golden rule,
Right,
is to never say that with mics around.
You never do anything
Never.
when the mic is hot.
And I know you live by that golden rule.
Yeah, later today,
Forever.
be
Thank
checking
you.
out Jeffy's Twitter feed at JeffyJFR. He's going to post a moment that I'm sure he would like to take back.
I don't know about that.
Or he's proud of it.
It wasn't necessarily my fault.
I forgot it was Jeffy. He's proud of it.
He loves it.
Yeah, when he took his microphone into the P room.
Did you read about the former Clinton advisor, Dr. Naomi Wolf?
Did I read about it? That's how you're going to say it?
Well, yes. Did you read about it?
Thank you. Thank you, Jay.
She is experiencing a little buyer's remorse already over Joe Biden because she didn't know he was considering lockdowns again. If she would have known that he was considering lockdowns, she wouldn't have voted for him. How can you be that stupid? You're a former executive of a political administration, and you don't know one of the basic things that Biden has been talking about all this time? That he will he will lock things down if he needs to.
Would you be prepared to shut this country down again?
I would be prepared to do whatever it takes to save lives, because we cannot get the country moving until we control the virus.
Right.
That is the fundamental flaw of this administration's thinking to begin with. In order to keep the country running and moving and the economy growing and people employed, you have to fix the virus. You have to deal with the virus.
If the scientists say shut it down?
I would shut it down. I would listen to the scientists.
I wish I'd known that before the election.
I know.
But he kept it so quiet. I didn't know.
Well, maybe she didn't understand it when he was quoted again.
I mean, that is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. But it shows, what we're dealing with.
Yes, it does.
It shows the electorate and how ill-informed they are.
Yes, it does.
Check with the orange hair as another example.
Okay.
So let's use brain cells before we post things on the internet.
Okay.
Thanks.
Save that one forever, Rob.
It's so great.
Thanks.
All right. Are you going to have Thanksgiving outdoors, by the way, as is being suggested by the CDC?
We're supposed to, right?
Do you care about humanity or not?
I hope you care about humanity.
Come on.
I don't know that I can. Well, I'm going to have to cancel the invitations because we were going to have, the family over. And
oh, were you? Yeah.
So
what
a shame. What a shame.
This is actually perfect for you.
Yeah. I wish we could get together.
CDC says no dice.
We can't.
Yeah, too many people.
Do I want you to come here?
Many people.
Sorry.
Can do.
It's the law.
Yeah.
It's the law.
Yeah, or you just put the relatives you don't like on the back porch and the ones you do like indoors. You got to keep them separated, So that's what we're going to do in this household. Play it safe.
They've been after us to wear the masks in the house for a while now.
They have.
I mean, they've been slowly pushing that.
Yeah.
And, they want that. Well, look, it's good for you. And, you may have come in contact and contact tracing. And it's.
So remember, we were mocking California a few weeks ago because this was Newsom's plan for California, a very California Thanksgiving. And now I guess you've got the CDC emboldened thinking that Biden's going to be president. Now they can do whatever they want. They can say whatever.
They gave their big list for the holidays and, to keep the amount of people down. Because California is no more than 10, right?
Right.
10.
Yeah.
No more than 10.
Three. You can only have 3 separate households, and I think no more than 10 people total. So you can have 3 people from each household?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
2 hours max, and then you're out.
2 hours.
Then you usher in the
limit.
next group of family members. All right, this is your 2 hour.
I mean,
window.
states are already locking down again, right? The numbers seem to be climbing. The caseload is climbing, so states are already locking down again. Utah, locked down again. Minnesota locked down, and they're saying, apparently the virus stops at 10 o'clock. So when it's 10 p.m., you got to go home. Shutdowns.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. That's the time.
Here's
10
the good
o'clock,
news.
everything shuts down.
Here's the good news, and this is a hard and fast number. This is not going to change. We have 70 days to flatten the curve, because in 70 days, Joe Biden will likely be inaugurated president of the United States, and then all of these lockdowns will be no more.
Yeah. Or he'll make it even worse.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Because you got to spend money to make money. You got to lock down to unlock down.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, are you saying that I got to spend money not to go bankrupt, Joe? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
And that's what he thinks. So you got to lock it down to make people free.
And speaking of all this, let me tell you about My Patriot Supply. You want to be prepared for any eventuality. And, we could absolutely see grocery store shelves be depleted again. I mean, the supply chain can be disrupted with almost anything. A pandemic, a natural disaster, unrest politically and in the streets, rioting going on, looting going on. You need to be prepared for whatever is coming. And we've seen how many different kinds of things can come. It doesn't look so ridiculous anymore to be a prepper, does it?
No, it does
doesn't
not.
look so stupid. You don't look like such a bonehead and a conspiracy theorist. So shop where I shopped for my emergency supplies, My Patriot Supply, the only source I used. And you should too. They're the go-to experts in emergency preparedness. My Patriot Supply, their mission is your survival. And right now you can get a full 4-week supply of their incredible meals that are delicious for shipped really fast to your door and discreetly. That's exactly what you need for if and when the food starts to disappear again from the grocery store shelves. MyPatriotSupply.com, MyPatriotSupply.com.
Pat Gray.
Got a couple of other things here, unrelated really, but I was watching football the other night. And
which game were you watching?
You watch football?
From time to time.
I know you were a football fan.
Yeah, it's happened.
We should talk about that sometime.
It's happened.
This guy, huh?
We should.
Holding back.
Yeah.
What'd you notice?
Well, there was a commercial that came on for Xeljanz. Are you familiar with Xeljanz, the prescription drug Xeljanz?
Xeljanz.
Mm-mm.
And for the first time, I was kind of paying attention to what they were saying on the ad, because I just usually kind of tune out during the ads.
But Xeljanz is such an important product.
Well, it's for ulcerated colitis or something like that.
Sure.
And nobody likes ulcerated colitis.
That. Yeah, nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't want that, I guess you take Xeljanz.
That's correct.
And then you don't have ulcerated colitis anymore. But here's a few things that it
Talk
does.
to your doctor.
Check out and see if you can notice something sort of unusual in this commercial of what it does for you.
I don't think it's on the list here. Do you have it?
Yeah, it's okay. I believe it's audio, right?
Okay.
It's audio only.
Yeah, Xeljanz. Did you spell it? How did you spell it, with a Z or an X?
An X.
Okay, very well.
Just as it's actually spelled. And here it is.
Xeljanz is the first and only FDA-approved pill for moderate to severe UC. It
Okay.
can reduce symptoms in as early as 2 weeks,
Right.
improve the appearance of the intestinal lining, and provide lasting steroid-free remission. Xeljanz can lower
Some
your
great
ability
things,
to
right?
fight infections.
Okay, it can improve the appearance of the intestinal lining. Why do I care what my intestinal lining looks like?
Because
who sees my intestinal lining?
Well, that's when you get the buttectomies, right? They're looking at that. That's what they're looking at.
So this is for the doctors who are doing some
when you get
sort
the
of
scope. When you get the scope.
Yeah, when
that's
I get
what
the
they're looking at.
scope.
Yeah.
I want my intestinal
Yes.
lining to look good for the doctor.
You ever
that's
see
doing,
you ever see your innards when they scope you?
I have, yeah. I have.
And you want that to that lining to be strong.
You want that
and
to
good.
be
Yes,
sexy.
you don't want that eaten through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't get a second
Duh.
chance to make a first impression when someone's checking out your intestines.
So okay, all right.
No, well, you do.
So this
Yeah.
isn't for say I'm at a disco or I'm at the bar on Saturday night.
We didn't say that.
And I'm embarrassed by the appearance of my intestinal lining. And so I really wish I could hide it from the chicks that I'm hitting on.
If you were embarrassed by your intestinal lining, you wouldn't be out and about.
Okay.
honestly,
you're probably
have a
right.
life.
You're probably true.
You'd be too
That's
embarrassed
probably
to
true.
go out.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it just depends on what you have planned for later, quite honestly. Does it get to the common side effects? Because I looked those up. Do you have that in the audio
I don't.
recording?
I didn't
Okay,
go
common
that
side
far.
effects.
Can't be very much.
Okay. Let's see. Include diarrhea. That's fun.
Okay. I would.
They all
I
have
would
that.
guess that it
Okay.
would.
Headache.
Yes.
That's annoying, right?
Drowsiness.
High blood pressure.
Nausea.
Now, there are serious side effects, which may
Vomiting.
include infections, cancer, and pulmonary embolism.
Okay, Xeljanz can give you cancer?
Cancer!
I'm
Well,
sorry,
that's
I'm not
bec-
taking that.
no, because-
for the appearance of my
No.
intestinal lining,
Yes, but if
I'm
you
not
take
taking the
it
chance.
and your intestinal lining is not good looking, then Xeljanz will just, could possibly.
So that's the
give you-
trade-off.
Okay.
If you want
All
your
right.
intestine, and you have a great-looking intestine, right?
Yeah, I got the sexiest intestinal lining
But there's a chance
in Texas.
that the trade-off,
I don't
and I
think you
know
do,
this could
actually.
go either way, you could end up with cancer.
That's
But I could see where you might say, you know
a
what?
scary trade-off.
It's worth the trade. No, it's worth it if you want your intestine
Take
to
a
look
shot.
awesome.
Right.
Do
take
you
a
want an
shot.
awesome?
Yes.
Thank you, Jeffy. He gets it.
You want an awesome looking
Thank
intestine.
you.
So
no one wants
Okay.
to feel bad about their intestinal lining.
But
All right,
now
you're
let's
right.
go back to your bar scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people are using that as a pickup line? Hey, check it out.
check
I
out
take
my
Xeljanz
intestinal.
because
have you seen my sexy intestinal lining?
Right?
I mean, how many guys are coming up to you saying that?
Not very many.
That's right.
I mean,
Because
this
not how
weekend.
many are taking Xeljanz?
Yeah,
I guess
right.
that many guys are.
Right.
And then the chick is like, she goes,
Oh,
oh,
is that Xeljanz?
Yep. That's
Wait a
the
minute,
appearance is strengthened.
But what do you think about
By
the risk?
Xeljanz.
What do you think about the risk of getting cancer, though?
Yeah, I
Is
don't
it
care
worth
about
it?
it. It's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it for the sexy intestinal
Wow,
lining.
I like a man who lives dangerously. Let's go.
Uh-huh.
I see this. Okay.
Where do you want to go?
For a
Waffles?
walk.
We're going for
For
waffles now.
We're going for waffles, everyone.
Also, one last thing. The leftist thug who was sentenced for kicking the man in the head during the riots in Portland. Remember this? Check this out. This happened. Runs up behind him and kicks him in the head like that. Cold cocks him. Just was sentenced to 20 months in prison.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
And he'll be...
Somebody actually paid a price for the rioting and the destruction and the attempted murder. I don't know what they charge him with, assault.
Until
probably.
he gets out on appeal and serves a grand total of 40 hours.
Just another little piece of irony. The guy's name?
Yeah.
Marquise Love.
Oh.
Marquise Love. Yeah.
Oh, is he on Xeljanz?
He's on Xeljanz. Didn't you see his sexy intestinal lining?
Some people in prison might find out.
But he proved his incredible courage, so it was all worth it. Coming up behind a guy who's already down and sucker kicking him in the head. That's really powerful. Really good stuff there. So,
Really good.
yeah, got 20-month sentence. Nice. All right, we will see you again tomorrow on most of this same.
You're going to start on that
station.
Xeljanz?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
hello.
Don't you want a sexy
Let's use
intestinal
brain
lining?
cells before we post things on the internet.
On the Blaze Radio Network.